Greetings, my fellow samurai. So, today is the first official chapter of Samurai 8, The Tale of Hachimaru, and this is going to be my very first review of the very first chapter, and I gotta say, I really like this manga. I really like it. Now, it's not just because this is Kishimoto's work, and it reminds me a little bit of Naruto, because it honestly really does, but honestly, looking at this manga, if Kishimoto ever wanted to do like a crossover between Naruto and this, he probably could, number one. And number two, I could totally see Zoro from One Piece fitting into this. Like, I would not be surprised if at some point during this manga, there was a character that Kishimoto draws that is a direct reference to Zoro, because it's basically intergalactic samurai. Like, how is that not fucking cool? You know, this is basically gonna be like, cause this has some elements of One Piece in it. It feels like, it feels like there is some inspiration taken from One Piece from this, cause it has just that adventuring feel to me. I love the sense of humor that is in this. The futuristic aspect of it is really cool. The way that the powers are explained is actually relatively simple. I'm having a little bit of trouble with some of the Japanese names, but I'm pretty sure I'll get used to that once I hear more people pronouncing them and how they're supposed to be said and stuff like that. But I really like it. Like, the main character Hachimaru is funny, witty, you know, good in a fight, even though he literally, like, just this chapter got his powers. You know, he's a sympathetic character. You want him to get what he wants, because it's like, you know, he's basically been on life support his entire life. He hasn't gotten to actually live, you know what I mean? And now we don't really get any information on his mother, or like, I don't think, like, I'll have to reread the chapter, but I don't think it's directly said whether or not his father created him, or if he was actually born or whatever. I'm not entirely sure on how that went down, but at this point it doesn't really matter. I'm willing to just go along for the ride for right now. This chapter was like 68 pages long. This was a long chapter, but it got all of the setup out of the way. It introduced us to, I'm pretty sure that guy that was in the beginning was just fodder. Like, he didn't really seem like, I don't think he had a name, so he was just, you know, a guy for Hachimaru to test his new powers out on. I'm pretty sure after he killed that guy, he got the legendary sword that was stashed away in his chest, I think. His dog got an upgrade, and it's funny because the dog's audio track is messed up, so it looks like a dog / wolf now that it got revived. But sorry about that. But it meows instead of barking or howling, so that's pretty funny. But Hachimaru just wants to live his life and have an adventure. And, you know, be like the characters that are in the Samurai video game that he was playing at the very beginning of the chapter. And then you come to find out that, you know, like, everything that was in that game is based off of something in real life. And I actually called that at the beginning of the chapter. I have a part of a live reaction that I did, but it started to get really incredibly long because I had to read the chapter on my phone because my laptop, the Giant Minis box on my laptop, was just being really laggy and slow. And with how long this chapter was, it wasn't gonna work out anyway. Sorry, I'm just waking up and everything. So, but this chapter was really good. I really like the direction that this manga is going in, because, like, Kishimoto could have easily just, like, you know, like, basically did another version of Naruto. And I'm not saying that's what Boruto is, because it's not. Boruto is going in a completely different direction. But it's obvious that Kishimoto wanted to stretch his legs and do something different. But he also wanted to do something that was a little bit familiar, because it's like, the jump from ninjas to samurai isn't that big of a jump, you know. But he's getting away from less traditional feudal Japanese stuff with, you know, ninjas and hand signs and stuff like that, and he's getting into more like samurai and honor and stuff like that. Because, you know, in Naruto there were samurai and stuff, but they, you know, they were like, you know, lower class type thing, you know, where ninja basically you know, the entire planet. So with Hachimaru, it's basically like, you know, if you're a warrior, then you're just, you know, a lower class warrior. You're not really, like, you know, one of the big guns. But if you're a samurai, being a samurai is like a really big high honor thing, and I can understand that because, you know, back in feudal Japan, being a samurai was a very prestigious honor. So really, this chapter is pretty basic, really. Like, it's mostly just set up, getting you introduced to Hachimaru's character, getting him introduced what kind of powers he has and possibly will have in the future, getting you introduced to his father, the dog, and his master, the character that his AI was based off of in the video game, the Lone Wolf Samurai. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning so much, but he was introduced to that character. He's pretty strong. He did and another reason why I say I draw comparisons to Zoro being in this, because there's a move that the Lone Wolf Samurai character does that is very, very, very similar to the Tatsumaki move that Zoro does in One Piece whenever he does the tornado. So that's probably something that Hachimaru is going to learn at some point. So, you know, like I said, this chapter is pretty straightforward. You know, you get introduced to the character. You learn why you should root for him, and then, you know, you find out about the legend of the Pandora's box and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of exposition in this chapter, so you gotta, like, absorb a lot of information and really get to the core of the story. So I'm gonna probably read over it again and, like, you know, try to form up some theories and stuff on what I think is gonna happen overall in the story. But so far, I'm pretty much along for the ride, and I'm liking it a lot. So chapters come out weekly. Next chapter is gonna be 33 chapters long. This chapter was 68 chapters long. I hope Kishimoto's not gonna burn himself out trying to draw all this week to week. I'm pretty sure just like the first couple of chapters are gonna be really long ones, and then after that they're gonna get progressively shorter. Probably we're gonna get, like, let's say at maximum by like chapter 5 or 6 we'll get probably like 15-20 pages per chapter, which I'm totally okay with. So that's all for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.